Hi guys, I'm back again today and today we are doing a reaction of 21 things in the US that puzzles most foreigners. So we're gonna see what do foreigners find puzzling about the US. Since most of my viewers here are from the States or from US, let me know guys, okay, if these are things that actually are factual, that are right. And I don't know if I'm gonna do the story time thing because it's too personal. I can't. I just couldn't. So that's why we're back with something less. Because I just don't want to be like the pity party. I don't want to be the person that, oh, poor Ruky, is so sad. Nah, I couldn't. But anyways, guys, let's check this out.
Well, you may have lived in the United States your whole life without realizing that something totally normal for you seems bizarre.
Let me know
to
if it's
people
not.
from other
If
parts.
you hear something on this list and you get shocked that is only in the States that is a normal thing and the rest of the world or parts of the world is not, let me know. Okay, if you find something like, really, they didn't do this over there,
Parts of
let
the
me know.
world. Who knew that munching on fried pickles in a highly air-conditioned room was so outlandish? Well, here are some
Why
other
would you
highly
munch
entertaining
on a
Americanisms
fried
I've gathered.
pickle?
Let's count it down from number 21.
Doesn't make sense.
Sales tax is a guessing game. When you go shopping in the US and see a price tag that says $14.88, don't expect to pay $14.88 at the register. Sales tax is not included in the price of an item. And since this tax can vary from state,
What is wrong? Why? Why don't they just put the tax on the freaking item? Like, when I go to the store to buy this, I'm paying exactly what is on this freaking bottle. So, for example, if this is like, let's say 20 pesos and 50 cents, that is exactly what I'm gonna pay at the counter. Taxes are already included. Everything else. Why don't you guys do this? Don't tell me it's because it's different in different states. Because then the state can actually tell the shoppers that this is the tax. So put the tax. What? I don't get it. Please, somebody explain.
state to state, figuring out your total can turn into the ultimate mental math challenge.
Yeah. Like, don't tell me I'm gonna go around a grocery store and start like adding, like for example, I have a budget. So sometimes maybe we don't care, right? Because we have the money to pay and we already are used to it for you guys there. But let's say as a foreigner, I go there and I start adding up like my grocery. It's gonna take forever. What? That is so crazy.
In many European countries, the sales tax is already included in the price.
Even here in the
It's known
Philippines.
as a value-added
Yeah,
tax,
VAT.
or VAT. Number 20, we're total workaholics. A lot of Americans don't feel the need to take long vacations, so they often let vacation and sick hours pile up
Why?
without ever using them. Plus, most employers only give you 2 weeks out of the year. But in a lot of
Same,
other
I
countries,
guess, or
like
even less.
Brazil or Finland, workers are encouraged to take an average of 30 days of vacay.
That is crazy. This, I know this is not the American part, but in Europe you have 30 days.
Wow, maybe I should take some time off.
Is that a year? In a year? Of course in a year, because if it's a month, that is gonna be like every day, so I'm so dumb. So 30 days. In the Philippines, I feel like it's it could be 30 days. No, I think it's 2 weeks. It's like the
Average of
US.
30 days of vacay. Wow, maybe I should take some time off. Or perhaps I'll just keep waiting.
But we
19.
like taking
It's
vacation.
not a party without red Solo cups. In the States, this
I
red
don't-
plastic cup is synonymous with party
We don't
on,
really
dude.
use red
But
cups.
other countries apparently don't recognize this cup to mean the same thing.
Same.
People in the UK, for example, don't use red Solo cups at get-togethers. they have to go to a special website to purchase the cups for American themed
I
parties.
feel like we have red Solo cups, but it's like in American like supermarkets or American mall stores. I don't know how you call it, but in American Americanized shops, let me just say, that you will find those things. And people just opt for like a clear plastic
Who
cup.
knew? Number 18. Deep fried everything.
Ooh, sounds
Whether
good.
it's fried pickles or even fried Oreos,
Fried
America
pickles?
has it all.
You guys are weird.
Fried fish recipes first appeared in Spanish and Portuguese cookbooks as far back as the 1200s, and the Greeks were frying
calling you
food
weird,
in
but
olive
we are
oil
weird
way back in
also,
the
so
5th century
the
BCE.
same.
But as America does with many things, they've adopted a tradition from far-off lands and took it up a notch. Or
It's not
5.
bad. I mean,
17.
it's really bad, but
Get everything you need right at the pharmacy. If you're not from the U.S., it may be puzzling to walk into a pharmacy.
I think we
and
kinda
see
do that
aisles and
here.
aisles of over-the-counter meds, toys, makeup, clothes, and even groceries.
we don't necessarily, we kind of, I think we're 50% ish like that. Not all pharmacies, but the bigger pharmacies, because we have like small pharmacies which just have medicine and like energy drinks or water, and then we have the big pharmacies wherein when you enter there is like everything, snacks, food. I don't know if they have toys or grocery. I don't think they have toys and grocery, like not grocery, but toys and vegetables and fruits and all that stuff, like biodegradable stuff. I don't think they have that. They have like snacks and my voice and makeup and stuff and other things, but
Unlike in other countries where pharmacies sell medicine and medical supplies exclusively, the ones in the U.S. are like small convenience stores where you
Yeah,
can grab
kind of.
magazines, Tylenol, and a frozen pizza in one fell swoop.
you wouldn't find a frozen
16.
pizza here though.
Fill
but
her
yeah.
up. In America, if a restaurant doesn't offer free refills on fountain drinks, it's kind of strange.
No, we
But
don't
in
do
other
free
countries,
refills.
once you buy one beverage, that's it.
Yeah.
France banned refills on sugary sodas back in 2017.
We don't have free refills, but some restaurant, not fast food, but some restaurants will give you like a free, like a promo thing. You know, like they have this promo thing. If you buy a pitcher of iced tea, you get one refill. But not like I go to McDonald's and buy a meal, then it comes with like unlimited free refills. No, I only ever experienced that when I went to Japan at the US base. At the US base, but not outside base. They don't do that in Japan as well. Like, the freaking drink was already huge, and then you get free refill, and then the burgers were my head size for a small. So when I went to the base in Japan, I was like culture shock because the food was huge. Me and my brother, we were like thinking, oh, this is gonna be like Filipino size, this is gonna be like Japanese size meal, and then so I got burger, I think medium size burger, because that's usually what I go for, and then fries, and then I got large drink, and then I got mac and cheese on the side, because I was thinking it's gonna be small portions, like regular Asian portions. And when I saw the meal, I was like, oh, this is a mistake. So me and my brother had to like eat that for the whole day. My mom also, she was like, oh, I forgot to tell you. Really?
In order to combat the current obesity epidemic. But in the U.S., the idea of free refills is still alive and well.
Damn,
15.
that's kind of cool.
If you don't like it,
Ish.
return it. Whether it's an ugly sweater from grandma or a heinous pair of earrings from an ex, if you don't like it, you can just return it.
Well, I think we do have return policies here, but people are too shy to return things. Like, I would, But most people are just like, whatever, just let it be. So it's kind of like, it's more cultural than, like people are not used to it. And maybe most people don't even know that we have return policies or you can return stuff here.
In America, making returns at stores is pretty normal and super easy. I mean, the US even has a National Returns Day in January, conveniently held
don't
for
have
you
that.
to return holiday
Really?
gifts you weren't too thrilled about.
Huh.
14. Tips for everyone. Cab drivers, servers, hairdressers, you gotta tip them.
You
Tips
gotta.
are acceptable for almost any service
You
in the US
have to?
and sometimes consist of 25% of the bill. We haven't started tipping surgeons yet, but there are places in other parts of the world, such as Japan, that consider tipping incredibly rude, like in restaurants.
I don't think
When
I've
you
ever
travel to
tipped in
different
Japan.
countries, it's important to learn their tipping etiquette so that you don't offend anyone. 13.
What? So there's like percentage of tips that you have to give in the US. We don't give tips. Like you can give tips over here if you want to, but it's up to you what you want to give. 1%, 100%. It's just up to you, like whatever amount. The reason why people usually forget to tip over here or don't necessarily tip is because we have something that's called service charge. So we have the VAT, the value added tax, which is obviously for the establishment and whatever, and I mean for the government, and service charge is for the service that you're enjoying, but it's also based, like it depends on the restaurant or the place that you go eat as well. Like some places will have service charge, some places will not have service charge, so it's up to you, like what are you gonna do at that in that circumstance. And tipping here in the Philippines is centralized, so when you give a tip to, let's say, your server, she is obliged to put it in a fish bowl, and I think at the end of the day or at the end of the week or at the end of the month, that is when they split it among the employees. But obviously I've heard, since we're in the Philippines, I've heard that some restaurants or some places don't necessarily give their employees a tip. So sometimes it's like really hard to tip over here because you don't know the history or what is going on behind, right? You don't know. So for example, like I paid a freaking $100 meal and then I give a $50 tip so that my server will be like, she was nice or he was nice, and so she can at least have something. And then you just hear stories of actual servers telling you that, oh, this restaurant doesn't let us servers skip the tip. They take it from us, or they take it at the end of the month and they don't really give it to us. So it's really sad. Like being a server here in the Philippines is really really hard job, and they can't, like for example you say, oh, take this and let's do it like under the table, don't share it with anyone. No, they can't, because they have like cameras, and yeah, it's a whole thing, so it's crazy.
I'll take my coffee to go. With a Starbucks on every corner, it's very normal to see people toting around a coffee as they shop, commute to
Yeah,
work,
Starbucks is getting
and whatever
huge
else
here
at
also,
all times
if
of
not
the day.
already.
But in many parts of the world, coffee is meant to be sipped on while seated and enjoying
No,
the
not
paper
really.
or chatting with
People here do that. It's like walk around with cups. I've been one of those
friends.
people.
Tugging your coffee along with you throughout the day might be due to the fact that the cups are huge and take longer to drink. Who's got that kind of time to be sitting in a cafe for hours?
Exactly.
Sounds like fun to me. Number 12, the land of ice-cold drinks. Now, speaking
Same.
of drinks, if it's not
Same
a
here.
hot coffee or cocoa, then it's probably got ice in it. Tea, coffee, lemonade, soda, water. Americans like it on the rocks.
That's something
If
we
you
have
go
in common.
elsewhere in the world, odds are you'll be sipping your soda at room temperature, or maybe slightly refrigerated, if you don't specifically ask for ice.
Sometimes ice is more than
Number
the
11, keeping the
drink.
AC on at all times.
This is probably true to other parts of the Philippines, but here particularly we don't necessarily have ACs. And even the malls, there are no air conditioning. some establishments or places will have air conditioning. I think banks and pharmacies and all that stuff do have. Houses, very rare that you will go to a house with air conditioning because it doesn't get really really hot. The hottest it gets here normally, okay, except this year for some reason 2021 is global warming. Like the hottest it gets here will be like 25, 26, but this year the hottest I think is 29 or 28, and we're like and taxis don't normally have like air conditioning, but today I got into a cab and I was like, damn, am I in Manila because we have air conditioning? So AC is not really.
Americans must have an aversion to being hot.
I'm sorry if I talk a lot.
In many parts
okay?
of Europe, people simply don't use air conditioning as much as they do in the States.
No.
Here, it's expected to always have the AC blaring, and a lot of visitors find it pretty strange and quite chilly. But come on,
I get cold
it makes
also
sense.
with aircon.
If you're cold, you can layer up. If you're hot, all you can do is suffer and complain about it. Number 10. Looking at dollars is a snooze fest. I remember going to Europe for the first time and thinking their banknotes looked like Monopoly money. And I guess a lot of countries have bills of different colors and sizes depending on the value, like Swedish krona and
they
Russian
have-
rubles. But
That's
not
just like Philippine money, like the colors, except we have a green one and yellow one.
in the U.S. It's all greenbacks, baby. Sure, 10s look a little yellowy, 50s are kind of pinkish, and
I don't see
Benjamins
the
seem bluer
difference,
than the
though.
others. But still,
The only way I can distinguish a dollar, whatever, note is when I see the actual
US
100,
dollars
50,
definitely
20.
aren't as fun and rainbowy as other currencies. Number 9, giving a thumbs up.
What?
In America, even little kids know a thumbs up means
I
good
like
job,
thumbs up.
way to go, or anything positive like that.
Yeah,
But
I
if
do
you
that a
travel
lot
to Greece
also.
or the Middle East and give this common American gesture, you probably won't make too many friends.
Oh no,
Hey, how about giving this video a thumbs up for the useful tip?
I did.
Number 8, the date writing conundrum.
What is that?
So many visitors to the U.S. get
Oh, the
really
date.
confused by the month, day, year thing, because most parts of the
To be honest, I don't remember what we learned in school. Do we do it like month, date, and year in the Philippines as well? I'm not
world
sure.
write the day, then the month, then finally the year. There's no clear historical reason why the U.S. insists on writing the day differently, but we just do. Number 7, pre-baby baby showers.
Pre-baby baby
Many
showers.
cultures celebrate a new
So US,
fused by the month, day, year thing.
so US does it month, day, and year. And okay, so Philippines we do it day, month, and year. So we do it like the rest of the world, I guess. Yeah. I also get confused by this, to be like, yeah, I really get confused by that as well, because while it's true the Philippines use month, day, year, date is largely true. So we do we do, yeah, we copy Americans, of course. We do a lot of those. So we do month, day, and year as well. But the reason why I'm always confused is because I stayed in a British colonized country, which is Ghana, for 7 years, and we use the other way around. So when I came here, it was this way, and until today I'm confused. Sometimes I do it this way, sometimes I do it the other way as well. But most of the time I write it fully because I can't be bothered. Like I always forget which way is the right way here in the Philippines. So I just do it like we are in May, right? So I just put MAY 10th 10, comma 2021. I do it the full way, the written way. because I can't
most parts of the
remember.
world write the day, then the month, then finally the year. There's no clear historical reason why the U.S. insists on writing the day differently, but we just do.
Yeah, it should be day,
Number
month,
7.
and year.
Pre-baby baby showers. Many cultures celebrate a new baby coming into the world, but America is one of the few places that does this before the baby actually gets here. In East Asian countries, for instance, celebrations for a new baby are held once the baby is born, as doing
Oh, we have baby showers, but it's not traditional. It's more of like we adapted the Western ways. So we do baby showers, but very recently only.
otherwise is seen as bad luck.
Oh, really?
Number 6, where how are you means hello.
How are
Sure,
you?
people ask each other how they're doing in other countries, but Americans often use this phrase as a replacement for hey or hello.
So have I been
It's-
like answering without needing to answer? Because obviously there are some Americans or American friends or people, and they say, "How are you?" "Hi, Ruky, how are you?" Or "Ruk, how are you?" And I'm like, I'm fine. Do I have to say I'm fine, or do I just say what? So they don't really care if I'm fine or not. They just are saying hello. Huh?
It doesn't even require a real response.
Oh, okay.
People just answer with fine thanks, even if they're in a horrible mood.
Oh
or
yeah, I
had a
always say I'm
terrible day.
good.
Number 5, bathroom stalls that aren't so private. Don't like doing your business in front of complete
Why
stalls
do we
that-
have this much space? Why? Maybe emergency purposes, I get it. You get stuck, you can crawl under the freaking door. But is it necessary? Because somebody can also easily slide there and peekaboo. Or we have stalls that are like this, like lower, or yeah, we have lower. Like you can't really see. You can just put like a finger. I mean, okay, that sounds bad. You can put like your hand through the door, underneath the door in our public toilets, but you can fit your whole body, like the American version.
that aren't so private. Don't like doing your business in front of complete strangers? Americans don't either, of course. But the fact that bathroom stall
Maybe they
doors
do.
often reveal as much as your entire lower leg seems to say otherwise.
I want to know
There's no
why.
clear reason as to why there's this big gap.
I
in
feel like
public
it's
bathroom
emergency
stalls here.
purposes.
But many guess it's for safety reasons.
Yeah.
Or ventilation. Just saying.
Depends,
Number 4.
relation.
No one uses their inside voice. A lot of my friends who are visiting or moved to the U.S. tell me that locals speak so loud compared to other countries.
Really, I think
Whether it's
we
talking
do
on your
here
cell
as
phone
well.
or chatting with a friend over lunch, Americans seem to really like projecting their voice. I don't know. Maybe we just want to make sure we're heard.
I think you like here in the Philippines, people do also speak loudly. Like me, I'm talking to a freaking camera and I'm talking like out of my mind. I mean, like I'm speaking really loudly.
Number 3. It's all about choices. Walk into any grocery store aisle and you'll notice at least 10 different options for cookies, crackers, or cereal.
Whoa,
People
I
in the
wish.
UK don't have these many options for food, and you'll almost never find anything in grape flavor there.
That's
Number
weird.
2,
I don't think that's
hopping
true.
into the back seat of a cab.
Hopping
When getting into a
what?
cab,
Yeah.
it's customary in the States to scoot on into the back seat. But in
I personally choose to sit at the back. Firstly, this is a stupid reason, but if you like a car crush into you from this way, like most crushes happen at the front, so that's why I go to the back. And secondly, the taxi driver can't touch you or do anything weird to you when you are at the back. Mostly, like percentage wise, there is more chances of survival sitting at the back, and that's the reason why I choose to sit at the back all the time. So this is kind of like people over here, so I don't know, maybe it's just personal.
countries like New Zealand and Australia, Riding anywhere but shotgun can be a little rude.
Really?
Number
Rude?
1, that classic American smile. In the US, people aren't afraid to be nice and show their pearly whites all the time. And according
Excuse
to a
me.
2015 study at Brown University, because America has always been a very diverse country, it forced people to smile at each other more since they couldn't
Ciao.
always communicate with language. That's
Okay.
just one more historical theory as to why Americans tend to smile
That's
more than
nice.
people in other
That's
places
really
do.
nice.
Or maybe we're just, friendlier. Whether you're from the US or not, can you add any more strange Americanisms to the list? Let me know.
Can you tell me more that maybe it wasn't in this list? Because 21 is an odd number, but let me think. I don't think I know any, to be honest. Maybe I forgot, and let's not make this video any longer because of my freaking talkativeness. But let me know, guys, what you thought about this. Is this like true or factual? And let me know if there's more or other things that you thought wasn't explained properly. But anyways, if you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you soon. Bye.